Think on this, O king. The first letter had arrived in 1266. Ignoring these communications and general ignorance in Japan of just how powerful and large the Mongol Empire was, which stretched from Manchuria to Poland, led to Mongol troops storming through the surf at Hakata Bay in 1270 throughout that terrible day. But the enemy came on, unstoppable, invincible, burning, pillaging, killing. Night fell, and in the morning, they were gone. By the time news of the landing reached the young shogun Hojo Tokimune on the other side of the country, a heaven-sent typhoon had consigned many of the enemy's ships to the bottom of the ocean, and the rest scuttling for the safety of Korean harbors. Japan had been lucky this time. No one knew why, but after that first day of battle on Kyushu, the enemy had returned to their great ships and sailed away. Perhaps they were looking for an easier landing place, maybe it had only been a reconnaissance mission. Either way, the typhoon had put paid to whatever devilry they had kept in store. Everybody knew they would return, and so Shiken Hojo Tokimune ordered a frenzy of defensive measures. All along the eastern coast, walls were to be built, lookouts to be permanently posted, troop numbers multiplied, even weapons to be redesigned to counter this new threat. Kublai smashed his fist into the floor. These snakes, these worms, these dwarvish barbarians of the East. They had performed relatively well against one puny reconnaissance mission in the previous year, and now they thought they could behead his peace envoys with impunity. No action could be more heinous. Greater nations had been pulverized, entire cities put to the sword for less. They would pay dearly. A people should know when they've met their match. Kublai's generals, flush from having reunited China under his rule with their recent victory over the southern provinces, now turned their faces eastwards. Lacking knowledge of the sea and remembering the storms that had plagued the first exploratory expedition in 1274, they turned to two Yangtze River pirates, named Zhu Qing and Zheng Xian, for their expertise. Two fleets would sail for Japan, one of 900 ships from Korea and another of 3,500 ships from southern China. They would carry 142,000 men, the biggest invasion force in history, not to be exceeded until the Allied invasions of Normandy in 1944, nearly 700 years later. Shiken Hojo Tokimune was petrified. He knew what his fate would be should the Mongols reach the capital city of Kamakura. It was well known that the Mongols refused to spill monarch's blood, but Tokimune, although a ruler, was in truth merely a regent, not of royal blood. His family had usurped both emperor and shogun. His end would not be swift, and after his behavior towards the envoys, he knew the Mongols would enjoy a degree of creativity in their disposal of him. Wild riders chased him down in his dreams. For once, the young, hot-headed shogunal regent knew fear.